LifeLock, how can I help?
The IRS said I
filed my return,
but I haven't.
1 in 4 tax-paying Americans has paid the price of identity fraud.
What do I do?
My refund, though. I'm freaking out.
Don't worry, I can fix this.
LifeLock fixes identity theft guaranteed and gets your money back with up to $3 million in coverage.
I'm so relieved.
No problem. I'll be with you every step of the way.
1 in 4 was a fraud-paying American. Not anymore. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
Let's go!
Savage.
This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Real news, it's not fake news.
Answer along the line.
Am I allowed to say that? Oh, I'm not allowed. Anyway, guys. So yeah, we're ready. 1 second.
The left are liars. Stop the fucking bullshit.
Bye. Go home to mommy.
An army or a group. It only takes one person to fight for freedom.
Savage.
Alrighty, guys. Welcome to Savage Unfiltered Savage Saturday live stream, guys. We're on YouTube here, playing around with a little light fixture. So, it may stay, it may go. Producer Shaky thought it would be a great idea to dim the lights and just turn this light filter on. So, hopefully it looks kind of cool. I think it kind of looks cool. It kind of resembles like a 1980s studio recording here. So I'm digging it. I really am. But guys, welcome to Savage Unfiltered here. I'm your host, Michael Gardner. Where to start, guys? Where to start? We have so much here to cover on the show. It's such a little time.
Great story. Compelling
before I start here, bear with me, guys. I've been up very, very early in the morning since like almost 5 o'clock this morning. So my words may slur a little bit. As I was up very, very late on an X space last night, but we're going to get into that in a little bit. First and foremost, welcome, Joseph. How's it going on, buddy?
Hi. First of all, I want to say, when you see me full screen, there it is, 9/11 Remembrance background. Rest assured, people, we're going to have some fun and frolic and whatnot today, but while others are doing 9/11 tributes, we've done that. Go to Savage Unfiltered Rumble channel to see that video, and the audio version dropped a few days ago. You can hear that. Spotify, iHeart, I'm sounding like a pirate, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, countless other places.
iHeart.
Yeah, I did that once before too, and my Constitutionalist Politics podcast, 9/11 Remembrance, just dropped this morning, Saturday, what is today? Saturday the 9th.
Oh, yeah?
Go to Buzzsprout to hear that, or you could go to at J. Leonard Detroit YouTube channel, or at J. Leonard Detroit Rumble, see and video version, because it will take 12, 24, 48, 72 hours for my Constitutionalist Politics Season 1, Episode 12, 9/11 Remembrance, to matriculate to Spotify and iHeart and all the 14 platforms I'm on. But rest assured, people, we did the 9/11 thing. We're not trying to be disrespectful. This is just a different show.
Joseph, you done, buddy? Okay, just want to make sure. Making sure.
I just wanted to get that disclaimer in.
I'm making sure. By the way, thank you, producer Bobo here, one of a new producer here on the show. Thank you very much for filtering out the light. I think it was a little dim, but you got it looking good now.
Hello to Bobo. You couldn't get Boo Boo Bear, so you got Bobo, hey?
No, he's actually from Orlando's rock station, 101.1. WJRR.
Cool.
So thank you very much for coming
And
over,
yeah,
man, and helping us out today.
Regarding your lighting, I was going to say you look like you're hiding from somebody in a dark closet. Come out of the closet,
No.
Michael.
These are many new filters, Joseph, that we're messing around with the show. I think it gives it a little bit more insight and more presence to the show, you know? So, I don't know. The old show, it was just too damn fucking light in here. You know, like the lighting just, it was all over the place. And then I finally fixed this light above me, you know, because for those who don't know, guys, I do this in the comforts of my own home. It's a studio here that I built. So, you know, but I finally fixed this light, Joseph, above me. So, because it was the one that it was burnt out. And I think that's what was cutting off half of that angle. But anyway, I like this filter light. It kind of, it works. But anyway, so guys, again, welcome to the show, guys. We got some amazing guests that are going to be in the show here today on live. We have a lady here, a woman that goes by the name of Frantic Missy or Frantic Pissy. I don't know what she is today. Is it Frantic Missy or Frantic Pissy? We'll find out. But she's tremendous. I was on one of her X spaces last night, and it was fucking hilarious. Hilarious. We were talking about flatulence. We were talking about poo. We were talking about pee. We were talking about, oh God, everything. So much on that fucking space. It was unreal. It was great. It really was. But without further ado, I do want to bring in Cousin Sauce. Cousin Sauce, welcome to the show. How you doing, buddy? Where the hell are you today? Are you in a fucking hotel room or where are you at? You're always traveling. What are you trying to run for president or something or what, man?
No, I'm always on the road. I'm excited because on Monday we're talking about tributes. So I'm going to, as quick sauce report, I was able to go to my first college volleyball game yesterday. The Badgers won. And now that I'm going to also go to a Milwaukee Brewers game, and I have club seats.
Damn. Come on,
for the Brewers game. And what a better opportunity to go to, especially on the day of 9/11.
Yeah, Cousin Sauce, like literally like spending that money. I mean, you were just in Washington, D.C. for a conference. You want to tell the listeners how that went? Because we heard bits and pieces of the last show.
Yes. So pretty much the bad news is that the United States is actually sending Air Force troops to Ukraine. President Joe Biden. This is actually coming fresh off the mic for you. So this is developing news. They are sending troops. They're deploying Air Force over to Ukraine and into Poland. And we're sending more and more weapons to Ukraine. And according to the Secretary of Defense, he said that he wants the United States to be fully involved by end of this year. So they're working with the Biden administration to bring a resolution to Congress to fully declare war on Russia when they before this year ends. So that's developing news.
Sauce, this is terrible, man. I mean, literally terrible.
So that's
more money going overseas, man. And we're gonna get into that here because I do have a woman joining us here momentarily. That is, I mean, she the title fits her all over the place. I mean, she's been a media correspondent. She's been on several networks talking about these key issues that we're mentioning right now. But we're gonna bring her in momentarily, just in a minute here. Bear with me, Sauce. Again, I'm trying my best, man. I've been up very late, very early in the morning, so it's not like me to slur and kind of sound like Joe Biden here. But
hey,
I mean,
I have to give you credit. Okay, can we talk about the moment when he got off the plane? The fact that his face brightened up and he touched a little girl like on her cheek. Can we talk about that? How disgusting that is.
Well, you do have a pervert in office. I mean, but God forbid if Donald Trump did that, the fucking cameras would be all over Donald Trump saying, "Oh, he's a pedophile, he's a pervert, he's touching little boys and girls." But Joe Biden does it. It's a tuck under the rug. The cameras go off and got to go to commercial break, guys. Nothing to see here.
It's disgusting. And since when is it okay for somebody to do that, especially as a world leader? And now that, but we also have had with the matter of fact, getting fiery and getting like the developing story and stuff regarding the whole thing. I have to say, I want to say thank you so much to Savage Unfiltered for picking up my story and defending me, especially during this time as Oak Hills continued to write another letter to the paper. And they went and stated that my press release was full of lies and that I was inciting terrorism. And that they mentioned that the recent news show I was on was harboring disinformation and that they did a character assassination on me. Now, I want to say any of those reports, if you're listening, are completely false. That was released yesterday after the episode released. And so that just blows my mind. So they're continuing to attack. And that's why I'm kind of mellow today, because I'm just absolutely flabbergasted that they're going this far.
Huh. How long have you been tracking our car's value with Carvana?
Just like 7 months.
Should we sell it?
We hold.
Hold.
Silver vans are going for more right now. Should we?
Our low mileage is paying off. You think we should?
Hold.
Depreciation's really heating up. You think? We just did 2.5%.
Now!
I'm on it.
Already sold to Carvana.
Go to Carvana and track your car's value today.
What's this?
Huh. Whoa, wait. Has your name always been Hulu Has Live Sports?
I guess so.
New name, same man. Meet Jalen, Hulu Has Live Sports.
It's on me. I got y'all. Yes, sir.
Hulu Plus Live TV, your favorite place to watch live TV.
Savage. I mean, you know, you came out with the press release, Sauce, and then, you know, but why are they attacking you? Like, I just don't understand it. Like, you've had a busy week, right? You were at the DC conference. There you go. God, Shaky, give me a glass of water. I need it. You were at the conference in DC, and then you were just briefly before that, Sauce. I mean, just the other past week, you were up in Milwaukee for the GOP debate. Mm-hmm. You know, which I mean, I don't understand why they continue to attack you. Why they continue to make you look like, you know, I've heard words that you're a domestic terrorist and this and that. You are an immigrant. You weren't born in this country. You were born in Russia. But why do they have to continue to slander you? I just don't understand this.
I don't know. And it is, it's something that's like very disturbing. And especially when you have more and more people reaching out, stating that, you know, they're worried for my safety. I never expected that person, for people to be worried about my safety. And it's interesting because I had a reporter also reach out to me, and out of all the things happened, they brought up January 6th again. And
well, Sash, you were at the Capitol in January 6th, which we did circulate some photos, you know, that Gateway Pundit put out on you, which, again, more slanderous comments put out on Cousin Saucy here on Savage Unfiltered. But, I mean, when is it going to stop? When is the government, this corrupted government that we have right now, going to stop the slander against honest and innocent Americans, such as Sauce and thousands of others? When? When? Joseph, do you have any comments before we bring in some guests here?
Yeah, but not on that. Despite the speculation of Biden wanting to start World War III and declare war on Russia aside, what is happening right now, as of 2 days ago, the United Kingdom, in cooperation with President Erdogan of Turkey, not a fan of his, but he's right in this situation, through the United Nations, and now the U.S. indeed will be getting involved too. The UK sent planes and warships to the Black Sea because Russia reneged on a grains deal. And Erdogan, the UK, the US are now assuring unarmed cargo ships not be allowed to be attacked. These unarmed cargo ships carrying grain to feed the people of the world, including China.
Seen that, yeah.
A lot of that grain goes to China. So China is at odds with Russia right now regarding their backing out of that agreement, that treaty, to allow for the free flow of grain and not use food to try to starve people around the world as a weapon. It has nothing to do with the war, with the conflict, but the UN is now getting involved via the UK and Erdogan of Turkey to enforce the agreement Putin has attempted to backpedal on. And if they dare fire on unarmed cargo ships, they may indeed directly be involved with the United Kingdom or Turkey. That does not automatically mean Article 5 invocation of NATO and full-out war. This is a police action to enforce an agreement.
Yeah. I want to get some thoughts and maybe some views from one of our guests that we're about to bring on. Guys, this is a Twitter X host. She also has her own podcast out there, guys. So I highly suggest you check her out. Frantic Missy or Frantic Pissy. She goes by many different names. Frantic Missy, how's it going? Welcome to Savage Unfiltered.
Good morning. I should have had as much coffee as you guys did.
Yeah. Well, hence the name Savage Unfiltered. We're so much full of energy. I mean,
See, I think what your compatriot there is missing is they want people to starve. The World Economic Forum has told us that they want people to starve. They don't care about grain. And the UN, look at all the sex trafficking UN has been responsible for. So as far as I'm concerned, all these people are trash. I don't call them elites anymore. I just call them lizard people.
Lizard people. I love it, lizard
people who are small, who they think they can just wipe out. That we number, by the way, 2,500 people. That's it. That's the amount of people that own 1% of the world's wealth. So we're talking about 2,500 people versus how many billions of us that they want to say there are. So at the end of the day, this is all Klaus Schwab nonsense. The UN is going to get involved because the UN found an opportunity to exploit it as well. That's the only reason they're even getting involved in this. They don't care if people starve. They want us to eat the bugs. But they want us to have nothing and be happy.
You think it's the UN, you said?
I think the UN's full of sex trafficking charges. Those people are disgusting. Go look them up. Go look at page one Google. It's not even hidden. Just put in UK, UN, sex trafficking, and just see what comes up. It's good times, man. It's at least 2 days of a rabbit hole if you're bored.
I don't know. I really don't know. Joseph, you got any insight on this, buddy?
Oh, absolutely. And I'm not going to argue or disagree with Frantic there. Just to say that more than one thing can be true at the same time, and that is the case here. Yeah. People are looking for distractions. As like I said before, I'll have that article coming in October at thelibertybeacon.com. The left, the ruling elites, always want to dodge, deflect, distract, distort, deny, deceive, and discredit.
And no, we're not talking about Rip Thorne's dodge, dick, dodge, and duck, right? The 5 Ds or whatever the hell it is.
Frantic isn't wrong in what she's saying. Nor was I. I just stated facts as to what is being laid out as the reason. Are there other motivations also behind it? Sure. Klaus Schwab, and no, I don't support Tulsi Gabbard because she's a Klaus Schwab World Economic Forum stooge too.
He's telling the truth there.
Yeah.
But all these people are, right, Frantic? All these people are enamored with Tulsi Gabbard. Again, more than one thing.
Forum, along with our favorite dictator to the north, Justin Trudeau.
Yeah. More than one thing can be true at the same time. We've talked before. The enemy of my enemy is not my friend. They can be a useful idiot. Tulsi Gabbard was here in Michigan supporting Tudor Dixon at a Dearborn school choice rally. Muslims and Christians are coming together regarding parental rights and the porn and perversion in our schools.
What?
So Tulsi Gabbard can be a useful temporary ally, but I cannot support her because some people are talking about a Trump Gabbard ticket. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's a red line. I will not vote for Trump if he foolishly allows morons to talk him into having Gabbard as his VP.
Well, Joseph, let me stop you right there. He's an excellent leader, but like I'm going to agree with you on one thing, Joseph. He has to get rid of that 5-year-old child mentality. You know, that's what's ruining him. That personality. Get rid of it, Trump. Get rid of it.
Some of the advisors.
You're a great leader. You're great on policy, both foreign and domestic, but get rid of it. Just get rid of it. That's
and the other thing is some of the advisors, again, the people pushing Tulsi, you need to get rid of those people. They're not your friend. They're not MAGA. They're World Economic Forum stooges. You got to get rid of them, right? And again, Kristi Noem endorsed Trump. Trump was in South Dakota at a rally with Kristi Noem the other day. Kristi Noem is the VP we need. She brings a whole lot of things to the table that Trump needs as a VP.
You know, Joseph, before we go into that, there was a piece not too long ago on Breitbart that there are rumors circulating that if Trump is indeed the GOP nominee, which I think he is. I mean, he's fucking dominating right now on all polls. I mean, he's got like an 85%.
Eviscerated DeSantis, right?
Yeah, barring a major catastrophe, he's the nominee. Yeah, I mean, DeSantis, maybe in the future. He's still
but the rumors are circulating that he's gonna pick Kristi Noem as the VP. He's got to pick her. If he picks Mike Pence,
do you guys remember?
If he picks Mike Pence, he's a fucking fool.
Do you guys remember when Steve Scalise got shot? You know that one person left practice early that day, 30 minutes early. You know who that was? That would be Mark DeSantis. He left practice that day for a random family emergency that there wasn't a family emergency for 30 minutes early before it was scheduled. So I just want to say I don't trust the guy as far as I can throw him, which isn't very far.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't trust. Well, here's the thing. I don't really think that President Trump would ever pick Mike Pence. That number one, we can get Mike Pence out of it.
He would be a fool, Sauce, if he did pick Pence, because Pence had that opportunity to look into the 2020 election, and like a normal politician that just cares about their pockets and their income, he was like, no, there was no fraud here. No, there was no mail balloting fraud. There wasn't no balloting harvesting. There was none of that shit. No, those ladies and others that went to Atlanta, downtown Atlanta, that were just going into these ballot boxes for God knows why. No, none of that happened.
And I want to point out their sentencing, by the way, compared to the people from January 6th. I just want to point out, like, people that are actually disrupting American, like, politics and disrupting everything and actually, like, pulling out their activism, trying to make it, involved with our judicial system. Those are the people that are spending, time served. Well, we've got guys doing 10 years, for fighting back when they got attacked. I'm just saying, like, the sentencing makes no damn sense. I don't know. 5 years ago, I was like, we have to rehaul our political system. This is not working, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm like, we got to rehaul everything because it's all
without a doubt. Yeah, without a doubt. Guys, hold that. Joseph, hold that.
With what Frantic was saying.
Joseph, hold that thought, buddy. Hold that thought. I do have a comment coming in on the X. Libster 2024. What? Oh, he dipped out. Never mind. Who gives a shit about him anyway?
Since the beginning of time, humanity has desired the butt. So round, so soft, so bootylicious. The ancient human mission has always been to claim that booty. However, this mission takes time, well-tailored texts, and Netflix. And so the eternal struggle goes on. Until today. Introducing the Buttress pillow. Earth scientists have created a butt without the extra expensive maintenance. the incomprehensible mood changes, or the gas. Soft, comfortable, all natural, it has surpassed 90% of human butts in both shape and function. On this historical day, we mark the dawn of a new age, a time when everyone can feel the peace and happiness of butts. Butts for all. Claim your booty.
Savaged,
unfiltered.
To mention Hitler, right? The left always
Yeah.
tries to call us Nazis, but I point out I call them fascocrats, and that's factual, not hyperbolic.
You coined that,
They-
Joseph. You're
Yeah,
the very first that actually
fascocrats.
coined that term. Yeah.
They
I mean, if you want to meet the
literally-
Godfather did it, you're looking at him.
Yeah.
I mean,
They
I like the
literally
term
had,
demon craps.
yeah, they literally have 28 planks of the Nazi Soci platform in the modern Democrat platform. But what I was getting to is, you're right. Antifa, black-lying Marxists, Occupy Wall Street, Code Pink Pussy Hats are all Hitlerian brown shirts.
Joseph getting
They-
savaged on the show. Good grief, man.
But no, they are. They are Hitlerian brown shirts. Or if you want to avoid Hitler, El Duce brown, black shirts. Right? They are Nazis. They are literally doing what the fascists did while trying
Joseph,
to
I'm surprised.
project.
I'm surprised that YouTube haven't flagged this show yet. Really, with all your pussy nonic boards over here.
Hey,
But
he's
anyway, guys,
before
before we go any further,
Fit right in.
And shout out
Yeah,
to
yeah.
MeUndies.
Before we go
'cause
any further-
the MeUndies won't pinch the
Oh,
pussy.
God,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. Joseph's on fire. You got to give him a fucking Xanax to calm down or something, probably. I don't know. But
We
anyway,
gotta bring that ad
or worse,
back.
no, that'd be worse. Yeah.
Won't pressure
I
your
do. I
pussy,
do.
MeUndies.
Well, we do.
I don't think
we
Frantic
do have
has
some
seen
some
that ad,
amazing
though.
ads on the other show.
I will have to check them out. Please feel free to email
Yeah.
them to me or send them to my Twitter.
Yeah.
But because I have 2 Twitter accounts.
God.
One of them is at Frantic Missy. The other one's at Frantic Pissy. So, oh yeah, I see that. I saw that coming in.
That's Joseph's new $1.50 tree whiteboard that he got there from $1.50
I'm
tree.
proud of him.
Because you know it's a $1.50 tree now, guys, because of Biden inflation. Everything's gone up 50 to a dollar, 50 cents to a dollar. So anyway, guys, I want to bring on this this guest here, this next guest that will be part of the live stream, guys. This is Patricia DeGennaro, if I got her name right. Patricia, how's it going? Welcome, by the way. Oh, we don't hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, now we hear you. Okay. So do you have any thoughts and, views on what we're talking about here on the show, with everything that's going on, both domestic, foreign, with the United States or possibly with Ukraine, Russia? I know you had mentioned that because, you're no stranger to media. You've been on selected amounts of media programs, both on Fox. I know you were on MSNBC, CNBC. I mean, just to name a few. I know you've had your name out there.
Yes.
And you are a former advisor, right? Did you want to get into that a little bit?
I am a former advisor to several generals in the military. I'm also a former professor from New York University.
Yeah.
And I think it's really interesting, some of the commentary you're making. I think some of the first things are that somebody better define fascism for y'all. And second of all, it's really important that we respect other people and their views, because otherwise we're going to be a divided nation, and all of the people that you're trash talking, the Chinese, the Russians, whoever's running our government, really have a lot of your future in their hand, and you should be working a little harder to participate in that future. Maybe voting, joining, serving your country. Has anybody served their country here on this show?
I serve my country every single day, Patricia. I serve my country in
I'm an
delivering the
so
facts
I
out
serve my
there. Yeah.
country every day
Yeah.
too.
Well, I served in the United States Air Force,
You
and I
did?
immigrated to America.
Okay, well, good for you. And how many years were you in the Air Force?
Well, I was in the Air Force until I got paralyzed from the neck down because I had to forcibly receive the anthrax vaccine back in 2019 or I was given an ultimatum whether to get it or get dishonorable discharge.
That's right. That's what it means to give yourself to the government.
So Patricia, my next question here is, yeah, you brought up a good question here. My next question is that, so you're saying that we should stop trash talking other countries, what, to respect them, or just you kind of lost me a little bit.
I mean, I think in the world everybody has thoughts and generalizations about other people and cultures and what they believe in and who they are, but until you really sit down with other people and understand their history and kind of their culture and why they're in the space that they are, it's hard to engage them. It's easy to be very critical and not very nice to people, but it's really hard to try to understand other people and be able to speak with them. And I think that at this point in the global future, it's really important for us to understand how to engage people that are not exactly like we are.
Yeah.
Well, let me chime in. Hold on, Joseph. Let me chime in real quick, and then I'll give you the floor there. It's very easy to understand the views and the direction of Russia and Ukraine right now. I understand Ukraine very well, of course,
Okay,
of course.
tell me about it.
So,
But
so let's start with the funding right now going over to Ukraine. Is it necessary to keep on paying as a taxpayer money to Ukraine to funnel that war?
Do you understand that it's not money? Do you understand that it's not dollars that are going over there?
Oh, it is dollars.
Hundreds of billions of it are dollars.
No, what's going over there are...
You are either uninformed or a liar.
What is going over there are weapons that we don't need or we have an abundance of that we have given to them.
I am all for giving them food or weapons, but it isn't excess abundance. We are short our own supply. But I am for arming them and feeding them, but not giving them money. The money is fungible. Biden, Zelensky, and Putin are all corrupt. I don't oppose the Russian people. I oppose their Russian dictator.
That's fine. That's agreed with. So you think the money should go there then?
I think I just had it through.
Arms, not money. No.
Well, arms are going there, and that's exactly what's going there.
And they should be loans.
So Patricia, how much longer does America still need to fund this country? I mean, how much more of tax-paying money has to go over to Ukraine? Because it's taxpayer money. It's not coming out of Joe Biden's wallet, personal wallet or checkbook. It's coming out of our checkbooks, our wallet.
It's coming out of taxes that we paid in the past over the years to develop a lot of these weapons and weapons.
Are you sure?
But why are we sending money to a country that can care two shits about America? Literally, if you want to know the honest opinion about it, they can care two shits about us.
I don't think their population is any different than ours. I don't think that that's true.
I agree with her on that. Again, I think this is not about Zelensky. This is about the Ukrainian people, and this is about Putin, whose stated goal is to reinstitute the Soviet Empire. And Ukraine is just that stepping stone. Some people have never learned the lesson of Neville Chamberlain.
Perhaps.
I think I had a stroke because I mean the fact. So I was at the Department of Defense conference, in Washington D.C., and the fact that you had people you had military generals stating, "Well, our goal is to try to be in Ukraine. We're in it for the long haul." So they're talking about 2030, 2025. So they don't want peace. They don't want anything. And if you also look at your politicians, they're making in money on it. Through
I don't disagree with that. I think that our first priority should be engagement, diplomacy, and peace. So I agree with you on that.
What about the families in Maui? So you want Hungary to bring like temporary housing for families that have lost everything, and you want to talk about like depleting oil reserves so a country in Ukraine can like have oil and like can sell it off to Russia.
Are you putting words in your mouth? No.
Oh my gosh, where have you been? You've been in like Walla Land over these past couple of years, or what? You're talking about. I
Is this how you treat your guests to come on your show?
No, Patricia. He's speaking from the heart. You know, that's what seems to be wrong with America. Every time when somebody speaks their opinion, the opposite gets mad and angry.
And that's fine.
So he's
I'm
speaking his
not
opinion.
mad,
Yeah.
I agree with Sauce on the energy aspect. If we want to fight this,
you need to start an argument with me for argument's sake. And
I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm trying to inform you of what's really going on because you've been
and I found that quite interesting that you have a young man in his mid-20s right now. Sauce is in his mid-20s. He's a former immigrant of Russia. Okay, he knows what suppression and oppression looks like. What he's seeing right now in this country is what he's seen in his former country of Russia, and he's trying to warn Americans of what could happen if we go down those paths.
With banning books and telling people what health care they can have and what choices they need to make. I worked in the former in Eastern Europe for a very long time after the fall of the Berlin Wall. I speak those languages, so I would not disagree with that. I think that's exactly what's happening. I think we are also not banding together as a nation to move ourselves forward. We're dividing ourselves. And I'll tell you what, all of our adversaries out there, you know, blaming MAGA or Biden or Trump or this or that, instead of having
we have to blame them because look where our country's going. You have to blame leadership that are in charge, Patricia.
We need to blame ourselves for allowing these people to be.
No, that is certainly true.
That's that's right. Yeah, but
So now I think Patricia and Sauce could agree on the energy thing. Biden is a lot to blame for the Ukraine war. Had he not destroyed United States' energy independence and exporting energy abroad, Putin wouldn't have the money to have invaded anybody because of the high oil prices. He is oil money rich right now, and that is Biden's fault.
No, it's not Biden's fault. It's U.S.
You don't have a clue what you're talking
for the last 100 years plus.
We
were energy independent. That
Frantic,
was a fact.
Hold on. Frantic, do you have any insight or comment on this? You're very, very quiet, Frantic.
Absolutely. It's just that, you know, it's one of those things where I just understand that you can't give truth to those who don't seek it. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but you can't confuse it with wisdom. And there's a lot of people trying to hand wisdom to people that aren't willing to take wisdom. You can't transfer wisdom. And they think it's knowledge. And they get mad because they don't understand why they're not listening to them. Everybody's got their own life experiences, and everybody's on their own journey. And some of us have lived in Russia, and some of us have worked with Russians, and some of us have worked with Germans, some of us have worked, you know, in the United States judicial system. Some of us have worked in the military. All of us are in our own path and like our own journey. We are going through our own like way to get where we're going. And we got to stop trying to hand people truth and getting mad when they don't want to take it.
But Frantic, can you admit or can you agree, Frantic? Can you agree that, you know, it is somewhat of leadership to be blamed here with the direction of our country?
100%. I also understand that, like, I think things are gonna have to get a lot worse before they're gonna get better. I'd rather be prepared than be scared. That's my position right now in the world. I'm not going to sit around and live in a fear-based mind control like environment that these people are trying to set up. I'm not going to do it. So like when everybody gets mad, everyone gets upset, everyone starts going at each other, I just kind of sit back and I listen. I listen to both sides because I have empathy for everybody. And I'm somewhere else. You know, I've been doing so much work in this field. You know,
you're no stranger to media. Yeah, I mean, you're just like me.
I've been in there for a long time. And what I've learned is like everybody's right. Everybody's right and everybody's wrong at the same time. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I could tell you, Frantic, I've been in this business for well over 20 years in the radio/media business. I mean, I've seen it all, I've done it all, and I experienced the bads, the ups, and the downs. But I mean,
I'm just not going to live in like, I'm not going to argue with my fellow Americans, you know, because like, we're all in this together.
I love that she's saying that because I think we really do have to listen to each other. And the beauty of America.
It sucks. If you disagree with somebody, it's hard. It's difficult to desperately want someone to have the information that you have. It's a very difficult thing to sit back and stay quiet. And I never stay quiet. So if you see me get quiet, usually it's because like I understand that there's nothing I can do. I'm going to try and give my opinion. I'll try and give as much information as I can. And that's all I can do.
So I'm going to go to this question here first. I'm going to go to Frantic first, and then we'll go down the line to get everybody's respected opinion on it. So how did we become so divided? How did we become so radicalized as a society? I'll go to Frantic first.
I think it was intentional because when we're all divided with each other, we can't stand up against the real tyranny here, which is our United States government, who's acting out of control and doing things that are non-judicial and going against the Constitution on a daily basis. We can't stand up to those people if we're arguing with each other, and they want us to argue. That's why hate clicks sell, because we've literally gotten in the mindset of where the hate is the thing we're going to go and look at first. We have to make that change from inside out, y'all. We've got to stop fighting with each other. It's not getting anywhere. And we can't go up against the elite if we don't go up against we're not a band together first.
Yeah, good stuff. I'm going to go to Sas. Sas, your opinion, bud?
I'm just absolutely flabbergasted. Number one, before I can ask, because I think the reason why I think we're so divided is because we have one media, we have a certain group name calling and doing the same thing that the Nazi Germany party did, is labeling one sect of a group. And a lot of people don't know, but in New Mexico yesterday, the governor signed an executive order and to take away the First and Second Amendment in order for children's safety and in order for the public safety to combat gun violence. That's number one. Number two, the whole word MAGA extremist, I did an op-ed about it saying that is what the Nazi Germans did, called out the Jews and what they did for people that didn't think differently from them. They started calling them names. And what happens? They're like, well, we have to reiterate, we have to make sure that we reduce their rights, and we have to give up our guns, our automatic weapons, so that they don't fight against us. While they protect their armored vehicles, while they do the other things, and they do the opposite, do as you say, but not as I do.
Yeah.
And number three, the third point is that how really uneducated we have become as a society. The only reason is because we have so many people listening to mainstream media, CNN, Fox News, Newsmax, and MSNBC, telling you how we should feel and how we should react. Because when you actually go to a protest, when you actually go talk to the people on hand, they don't know what's actually going on. And then you have people that are accusing you and say, well, you're uneducated, or, well, you're the one that's dividing everybody. No, I actually do my work to educate myself. And it blows my mind how disgusted we could become as a nation. And now that, since when is okay to go after people that have loved this country, to go after immigrants that have loved this country? Since when is it okay? I guess now that's a new normal. If you love this country, shame on you.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to guys. We got about maybe 5 minutes left here. I'm gonna go to Patricia here. Patricia, thoughts, views.
Well, I'm really glad to hear some of the things that are being said here. I'm glad that I'm sorry, I don't know your name, but I'm glad that
Michael
you're
Gardner. Yeah.
Well, no, I know. I don't know her name.
Frantic Missy.
It's nice to meet you. I'm really glad to hear that you're working to lessen the divide and you're listening. And I hope that that's definitely, what's going on. And I'm really glad, Sass, I don't know your full name either, but that you're saying, why are people going out after people? It's not their fault. We're all immigrants here. We've all been immigrants at some time or another of our family. Not all of us, but most of us, a majority. And I think talking to each other, engaging each other, understanding each other is where we need to go as a society, so we can help each other get definitely smarter, more informed, and understanding where we need to go. We're not first in a lot of ways in the world, and education is one of them. And I think that all of these things are really important. And I hope that people will stop being judgmental and reach out like y'all are starting to do here and talking about.
Yeah. Joseph, buddy, you got any comments?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not dealing in Saul Alinsky ad hominem attacks. I'm delivering facts. Factual. The United States was energy independent under Trump. We became an oil and natural gas exporter. Fact. you're talking about immigrants? Well, the Alaskan natives that existed for generations before Alaska ever became a state want oil drilling on their land. Joe Biden just said, no, I am excluding it. You can't have those jobs. You can't have that economic development that the natives want and need. We can't have that energy as a nation. Wants us dependent on Venezuela and Iran. Those are facts, not opinion. So Putin is getting his money because of inflated oil prices due to Joe Biden. That is not an opinion. That is a fact-based, evidenced analysis argument. And I'm sorry if it upsets your fragile feelings.
Well,
but I support Ukraine. Arm them to the teeth. But Europe needs to do more. This is their backyard. We should be doing less.
Joseph, I'm going to close it out like this. We've mentioned this on the show many times that Europe needs to step up. It cannot come out of America and America only. Europe needs to step up on this, and others need to step up on this. If Ukraine is such a poor nation where they need ammunition and money and everything else to continue to funnel this war to help defend themselves, then they need to look at other avenues besides America. I've said this time after time.
Yeah, one last fact, though, Michael. It is partly our responsibility, and here's why. Fact, Bill Clinton and others convinced Ukraine to give up their nukes, their deterrent, in exchange for guarantees the U.S. would protect its sovereignty. It was not an official treaty. They didn't become part of NATO, but Bill Clinton did make it U.S. policy to be the protectorate of Ukraine. That, again, is also a fact. So, yes, it is part our responsibility because we entered that agreement. But, again, Europe's backyard, they should do more. Poland, the Baltics, Moldova, others could be threatened. They are the ones who need to step up and do more. So I think I can agree with Sauce on that part. I can agree with our guest on other things. I'm not an apologist for any of them, Biden, Zelensky, or Putin. All are partly to blame.
Joseph, that's why I respect the hell out of you. You've been in media for 40 plus years. So, I mean, I respect the hell out of you for a political activist such as yourself. I mean, you're a knowledgeable man. I mean, if the Michael Savage, had a twin brother, you would be his twin brother. I mean, you guys are so similar in so many different ways. I mean, it's crazy. But I do want to thank Patricia for stopping by. Sorry, I got a little tense and heated, and that's just who we are. We're not afraid to express ourselves, like the song. Express yourselves.
I'm an Italian. I'm good with it all.
Yeah. So thank you very much. For those that want to check out Patricia DeGennaro, I hope I didn't butcher your name. I'm terrible with last names.
Thanks for coming by, Patricia. And again, I'm willing to agree with you on some things. And I'm always about principles, not personalities. If Joe Biden deserves defending on something, I'll defend him. I'm just stating facts. You can't defend his helping Putin get money by making us eliminating our energy independence. That's just fact. Now, I'm not attacking Biden for the sake of attacking Biden. Like people who have Trump derangement syndrome, I don't suffer Biden derangement syndrome.
So can we? I have a question though.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought, Sauce. But I gotta patch out our guest. But guys, if you want to check out Patricia DeGennaro, just go on her website. Patricia, I know you have a website. You want to plug in before we leave?
It's DeGennaro, Patricia DeGennaro.
I'm gonna get it right one of these days. Yeah.
It's good. So it's all good. It's good to be in company with different views and opinions and similar views and opinions. I think so. This is what America's all about, right? Understanding each other.
Well, Patricia, Joseph, and I, and Sas, we are the pit bulls of politics, so that's what they call us.
Hey, believe me, I've been there. I've been
I'm
there.
Frantic Missy.
So thanks a lot, Patricia. Take it easy.
Patricia, you've heard of shock jocks? We're shock casters.
Yeah.
I believe that. I believe that.
Guys, wow. I got to get going because I got my producer telling me we're running low on time, and he's ready to pull my head here. But yeah, Joseph, Roar, principles, not personalities. I totally agree. Guys, you can check that out on savagearmy.com. Highly suggest you check out all our merchandise. It's up there. It's also linked into our main website, savageunfiltered.com. Check out all our amazing content, as well as our shows that are part of Savaged Army, including Fraser Chronicles, The Preacher Man out there in Charlotte, North Carolina, our good friend down here in the lower right-hand corner, Cousin Sas of the Sas Report, as well as Joseph with his Constitutionalist Politics podcast, and our good friends over there in the middle of the West there, Static Radio with Bob and Miles. So all great personalities at the show. I also want to thank our good friend Frantic Missy for stopping by on
Usually it's
X.
more fun. Next time we'll have to discuss some more fun topics.
Yeah, we're gonna discuss some more fun. I'm gonna bring you on for another session. But we do sometimes talk about politics here on a lot. Missy, so.
Frantic, it was nice meeting you. I don't know if you remember. I was in your Twitter Spaces several months ago, but I don't like the Twitter Spaces. I'm not a fan.
You're gonna have to come in a little bit late night, crazy at Frantic Pissy chat rooms where we discuss all kinds of off the wall topics that are politically adjacent, but a lot more fun. I mean, basically the whole point is to troll the FBI because at least 2 or 3 people have been to January 6th that are in the room.
Yeah.
So we just did it possible.
But Frantic, if you're on later, definitely count me in. I'm sorry I did a 5 to 6 minute co-host with you last night, but I was tired as shit.
No worries. We'll catch up again. Nope. I mean, we're all gonna hang out. We're all in the same space.
Definitely hang out. Guys, thanks a lot. Like I say always, guys, keep it savage. It's a